You're like Lil Uzi Vert.
Right. Because, it's really hard to write like breakup songs when you're happy. And that's funny. And so for me, it was like, okay, what do I want to portray in this? And it was like, it's really hard to end a relationship when there's nothing really bad on paper. It's just that I want to be single and I want to focus on me.
Yo, this is Leo Black exclusively at Dame Dash Studios, and this is the Leo Black Show.
And this is the Leo Black Show with our special guest, Wednesday.
What's up? What's up? How are you?
Yo, long time no see, right?
I know. I think the last time I saw you was San Diego, right?
Yeah, that was lit. I mean,
That
the
was
show.
lit. And we were like standing on the table and the ceiling was really low. And I was like, oh God, I'm going to die. That was fun though. Because you came out and you did the song. You're my
did some more. I came out on your set, did some more.
My favorite song. It really, what's really funny about that song is like I hold it. It's like in my back pocket. So like the minute the crowd, it's like I got like 8 minutes left and the crowd's kind of dying. I just throw that one in there and it brings everyone back.
Heavy bass.
Heavy
big
bass.
Big rhythm records. I mean, speaking of rhythm, how did you get started in dubstep?
So I got into dubstep because my brother is obviously Dak Daniels. And Tanner really, so I've been DJing for like 10 years prior to producing music and kind of, I guess, starting like this new Wednesday project. But Tanner obviously had been in dubstep and was producing for like 3 years before me. So that was like really my introduction to like my now friends and peers in the scene. But I mean, I was like fucking with guys like Skrillex and Flex Pavilion and all those like OGs. Like I would just be going to raves. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, because of Tanner, like, obviously I saw him produce, I wanted to produce, and that was kind of really the first genre that like I learned from. And then it wasn't until I kind of realized that, because I love house music, and so once I realized that like bass house was a thing, and I could kind of combine the two, that's kind of when I think my project really had like some substance behind it, and like kind of had like a clear vision of like, okay, this is what the Wednesday project is.
I mean, and bass house is just like a new genre. It's something new you got on it very early.
Yeah.
So how did that happen?
So for me, like, I really didn't know that bass house was a thing ever. And some of the guys who I looked up to in the dubstep scene were like Abstract was a big one. And Abstract was really like the first one that I saw who he would go from dubstep, so like a 150 to a 128, which is house. And he basically you have to make tunes that kind of can journey you through that. Then obviously you have guys like Jaws as well, who were kind of pioneers of that sound. So for me, it was like this perfect marriage of like the songs and the music that I was introduced to producing, but the stuff that I was really interested in. Not that I don't love dubstep and rhythm. It just, for me, I found myself, it was kind of becoming a chore to like sit down and make this music, because it wasn't what on the weekends I was going to see, or the shows that I wanted to see. And so basically I could take my like super deep house like techno vibes and then kind of marry that with what I've been working on, especially with my brother and some of my other friends. So it's cool. And for me, it allows my sets to kind of jump around. You've seen them before. Like I can jump from really heavy, I can go really deep and kind of go back and forth. And